Why are we called Negroes? Why are we deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind? Why are we mistreated? Why are we in this condition? Stripped of our name, our language, our culture, our God, and our religion. Here in America, all of our religious training has been gotten by the preacher. He has told us of a heaven way up in the sky that we can't enjoy now, but rather after we die.
And here we are once again.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Alaikum salam.
Alaikum salam.
Wow. We are back for another delightful, inspiring, light-saving broadcast tonight. And our topic is From Hurt to Haven, how communities heal when we lead, build, and protect our own. How about that, Brother Tony and Brother Mark? How are you all doing?
Oh,
Fine, by Allah's grace.
Allah's
Good,
grace,
good.
yes.
Good.
We're doing,
All right.
doing awesome.
Well, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, let's get this show on the road. But what do they have to do first? Oh my gosh.
Oh,
What gotta do?
What does that have to do?
Do we have to ask? Do we have to ask?
Yes, we do.
Family, what we need to do is not only like, but we want to subscribe. We want to share. Go onto the URL and copy and paste and share it with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 friends, family.
Yeah.
Because what we are always about is about the business of saving lives. And we want you to go ahead and do that, dear family, right now, as we are seeking to, we've been on this broadcast for close to 5 years. And we were assembled by our student regional minister with a special purpose of guiding our people to safety. That's why on every flyer, you will see a lighthouse, as we seek to become that beacon of light for our people during the time we're experiencing treacherous waters. Are we still experiencing treacherous waters?
Mm-hmm.
We absolutely are. And so right now we're trying to guide our people to safety, dear family. So we're into the business of saving lives. And we want to go ahead and share with those who we care most about. And that should be all of our people.
Right.
So, beloved family, so should I continue, Sister Felicia?
So let's introduce. Let me introduce who we have with us here. All right. So we have, unfortunately, well, fortunately, things happening. So we know the show must go on. The movement must continue. We do not have with us our beloved Sister Khalila Muhammad, and she is definitely still saving lives.
No.
Even though she's not present with us tonight. All right, she is saving lives still. So, with that being said, we do have our illustrious brother student minister Mark out of Jacksonville. Welcome, brother Mark. Welcome, welcome. So good to see you.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
we
Good to see
also
you as well,
have
sis.
No, you had it
over
right the first
here.
time pointing. No, the other way around.
Well, on
There
my
you go.
screen, you over here.
That's crazy.
That is on my screen, you over here. So we have our
Right next to you.
yeah, illustrious brother student minister Tony Muhammad out of Miami. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And so now,
Well,
brother Tony, yes, please, please proceed.
Beloved family, as I said earlier, we were assembled back in 2020, soon after the July 4th Criterion message of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Let me begin properly. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. I bear witness Muhammad is messenger and servant. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. Buenas noches, Sabaragani, Hotep, free the land, Sakpase, greetings in all the beautiful languages that our people speak. We're coming up close to 5 years, and we should have really a special program around that time of July 4th, just to reflect on all of the work that the 7th Region Coalition has done. Our student regional minister, Student Minister Patrick Muhammad, assembled us to guide our people to safety in a time of unsurety. Our people were being told to take a dangerous inoculation, which many of our people are still suffering from ailments from taking that shot.
that's right.
We are still guiding our people to safety 5 years later, and not just in the area of health, but we're guiding our people through the 9 ministries given to us by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan back in 2005 in the midst of the Millions More movement. And so tonight we're focusing on the Ministry of Spiritual Development, which is the head ministry. This ministry bears responsibility for assisting the individual member of the community in the process of heeding truth and right guidance. Respect, honor, and obedience to the authority of the Creator in all aspects of life are essential to peace, harmony, freedom, justice, and equality. In the words of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, self-development is an absolutely essential component of the microcosm of the new world. It is not enough that we grow horizontally through the acquisitions of farms, factories, banks, industry, trade, commerce, money, good homes. Horizontal growth alone is death. All dead things are on a horizontal level.
Yeah.
Therefore, we must grow vertically, grow in uprightness, or we will be overcome by our horizontal growth. The foundation of this ministry are study and training units designed on the guidance of Allah God to produce self-examination, self-analysis, self-correction, to quicken in each and every one of us the self-accusing spirit. For it is only when we are awakened morally that we have to face the self-accusing spirit that leads to our resurrection. And so with that, I turn it over to Brother Mark, who will be introducing our guest this evening.
Thank you, Brother Tony. Our guest tonight, Brother Kevin Muhammad. He is founder and president, a Chattanooga native, grew up on the west side of town, a Baylor graduate who earned his Bachelor of Science in Accounting from UTC. He is the former youth director at New Hope Missionary Baptist Church and former Boys Club employee and volunteer at the Carver Recreation Center, who has spent a majority of his adult life mentoring youth. Brother Kevin is a member and local student helper in the Nation of Islam. With his leadership, business acumen, and passion for the community, Mr. Muhammad serves as the executive director for the Community Haven. As executive director, Mr. Muhammad is a visionary, goal-oriented leader and is responsible for overseeing day-to-day activities, improving performance, developing organizational culture, supervising heads of departments, reporting on revenue, and directing organizational strategy, supervises the administration of the partnering programs, oversees workforce development, and oversees the grant compliance and document the implementation of the community phases projects. Let us bring to Thursday Night Talks our dear brother Kevin Muhammad. Bring him on.
Here's our brother. Here's our brother.
Oh, let's unmute you.
He's
there
on
you
mute.
go.
There we go.
There we go. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Walaikum salam, sir.
Thank you so much for having us on your program. Thank you
It's
so
a high
much.
honor, sir.
We are
you.
truly honored to be on this program to help save lives.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We have to help
Yes.
save lives.
Yeah.
Praise be.
Because the Bible, you know, we're in the Bible Belt here in
Mhm.
Tennessee. And
Tennessee.
the Bible talks about saviors will arise.
Come on, brother.
Yes,
So
sir.
we know who the Savior is, and as helpers of His, we're really trying to be saviors as well to
Yeah.
help Him to save our people.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Awesome.
For
All
sure.
praise.
Yes. Okay, so this is really a special moment for me because this is my hometown, and
Absolutely.
yeah, this is my hometown, and I
Right.
am, leaving when I was the age that I was, and getting registered in Atlanta, Georgia, and actually coming back to Chattanooga.
That's
I
right.
tell you, I was ready to go when I left, and then when I came back, as a matter of fact, when I came back, it was under the direction of our beloved Sister Minister Dr. Ava Muhammad.
That's
And
right.
I
Wow.
was asked to go back to Chattanooga and be the assistant in charge there. And so
Wow.
this is really special for me because, again, being from there and seeing the work, like he was doing the work before I even knew about the Nation of Islam. And, and with that being said, because I know a lot of the struggles that he has had, and with the success that he also has by Allah's grace, what challenges did you face, Brother Minister Kevin, when you were able to secure the location that you have, and sort of describe where Community Haven is, because that's a key part and an important historical part of Chattanooga, Tennessee. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Where we're located is called Bushtown. And Bushtown was a black town here in Chattanooga, founded by black people in 1887 during the Reconstruction period.
Yes, sir.
And this, we have had a black mayor, built black homes, hospital, schools. And they wrote an article in our paper called it Negro City. And it actually became the first township, black township in all of Tennessee. And according to the article, it was on its way to become the first incorporated township on American soil.
Mm.
Did you hear me? On
Yes,
American
sir.
soil,
Wow.
right here. And the campus that we're sitting on, it used to be a black Catholic school.
Mm.
And after the black Catholic school left the property, it became a work release center. It became a prison.
Mm.
And the prison did not do what they were originally contracted to do. In fact, in Chattanooga, Silverdale, which is in Chattanooga, was actually the first privatized prison in all of America. So this work release center, the neighbors, the community, the black people who live here, got it closed down
Hmm.
because they have started bringing in hardened criminals, and they were only supposed to be work release. So they had it closed down, and a black representative who had grown to be the most powerful black representative in Chattanooga was able to purchase this property, get it from the state of Tennessee, and they developed a CDC, a Community Development Corporation, and they built a lot of houses along the street here. They gerrymandered her district, had her mentee run against her, and she lost her seat. And in losing her seat, she lost all of her funding. So the property was sat here vacant for about 15 years, and it was actually about to lose the property through tax sales, and it was about to become the hub of gentrification in this area. We found out about it, and we were able to acquire the property from her. And let me show you something that's very interesting. When she was an elected official, I was just starting out in the student ministry here. And I remember some controversy that she was involved in, and I came to a town hall meeting. Well, we linked back up after coming from Savior's Day, and I was on a radio show. And I always was interested in this property. And she walked into the studio. And I was talking about her when she walked into the studio. She thought it was her Sunday to be on the radio show, and it wasn't. So she walked into the studio, me seeing her, of course, I wanted to give the mic over to her. And we went to a commercial, and the host said, "You're supposed to be here next week, not this week." She said, "Oh, I thought it was this week. So I'm just going to sit down and enjoy it." Long story short, after the program, I said to her, "I'm the gentleman that's interested in the property." She didn't know that I was the person interested. And I started telling all the brothers who were around me about her, and she hushed me. She said, "Oh, hush, just hush." Let me tell you something about him. When he was a young man, he gave me some advice. I took his advice, and his advice saved my political career. I had absolutely no clue what she was talking about. So I thought about it. I went home, I prayed about it. I said, what advice did I give her? And Allah revealed to me that she was in a very heated public dispute against another black person in the city. And I shared with her about what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan had shared about Malcolm and how the enemy is always trying to kill two birds with one stone.
Yes, sir, beloved.
And how then they tried that same thing when Rem Jackson ran for office, and Minister Farrakhan learned the lessons from the past. And when Rem Jackson repudiated him, he quietly just went away. I shared that story with her back then, and she quietly solved the public dispute that she was having and kind of just went away, and it saved her political career. So she remembered that advice that I'd given to her from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And in doing that, the property was already onto contract. She said, "No, I don't want them to have this property. I want this young man to have this.
Wow.
That's how we got it. From giving it some advice to someone from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Friendships in all walks of life. What?
Friendship in all walks of life.
Wow.
Can I tell you something else how we got the property?
Yes.
Please.
I think this is maybe the first time I probably have on a podcast or publicly have said this. But I was upset. And I had one of those things where I was upset with God. And I'd been working for a long time in this community. And we had a very small place, a storefront. We were paying about $300 worth rent. You could only get 30 people in it. And I was driving to it one day, and I saw these big churches and these big. I said, "God, why are you just giving us this little place? We're working hard. We're worthy. We're bringing the truth to our people. Why can't we have something nice?" And I was just fussing with God, and I went to sleep that night. And the minister came to me. The minister came to me in a dream. And he said, "Brother, what about that property over there in Avondale?" And I'm like, "What property, minister?" He said, "The property in Avondale. What about it? I think that would be good." He said some more things in the dream. And I woke up and I told my wife, and I grabbed one of the brothers, And we went looking for a place in Avondale. Had no clue where I was going, just looking. And I missed this place. I missed it. So now the radio show takes place with this lady, and she says, no, I want him to have the property. Well, guess what? The property is in Avondale.
Avondale.
The property is where I walk up front. I said, what does the minister know about Chattanooga? He's never been here before. Why is he guiding me to Avondale? The property is right here where he said it was in the dream.
Wow.
There's no coincidence there, Brother Kevin.
It's all wrapped up in us sincerely following what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has given to us. I once heard him say at a meeting in Chicago once that he visits us sometimes and never leaves Chicago. So this property that we're on, 5 acres, is proof that he had left Chicago, came here, seen it, claimed it for us, and now here we are. And the actual sale price on this property from this state representative was $0. Transferred it to us for $0.
Man, my brother.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
Wow.
Beloved Brother Kevin, your organization is multifold when it comes down to its scope.
Yes.
Helping the community.
Absolutely.
At around the time of the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March,
yes,
the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan expressed that he wanted us to establish conflict resolution centers in all of our cities.
Absolutely.
What happens to a community that learns how to resolve conflicts before they are regarded as crimes?
Yes, very, very important. Can I share with you as a backdrop how we got into the conflict resolution and saving lives? Well, you know, the minister called for 10,000 fearless. He said he wanted 10,000 fearless to go back into our communities, stand between the gangs and the guns, set up conflict resolution centers, settle the beats before that our communities are having. And I didn't catch it. But my regional minister, Abdul Sharif Muhammad, heard the call. And he established the first 10,000 Fearless headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia.
That's right.
And I would see him riding around in that patrol car. I would see him feeding the communities and doing what he was doing. And I was like, what's Minister Sharif doing? Well, in following his advice, Brother Tony,
yes, sir,
Chattanooga became the second 10,000 Fearless headquarters in the whole Nation of Islam. Through following the advice of Minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad, who personally came to Chattanooga to help us to set this up.
Look at that.
Wow.
So the minister said in Chicago that he wanted us to follow the example of Minister Sharif. He said, I want you to duplicate, quadruplicate, quintuplicate what you see Minister Sharif doing. So what we did is what he did. We found an abandoned house on the south side of town where that little place is that I was talking about. We were meeting at it first. It was boarded up. It was condemned by the city. We made a deal with the people who owned it. They gave it to us for free because we presented the 10,000 Fearless and what Minister Farrakhan had told us to do. And we told them the vision of the minister, and they were actually Christians in the church right next door to it.
Come on.
And they let us have the house for free. We remodeled it. And the pastor of that church was the co-chairman of the Community Haven.
Wow.
He became the co-chair of the Community Haven. And we worked together. And we reduced crime in that area practically overnight.
Man.
We bought a patrol car just like Minister Sharif did. We painted it just like he painted it. I partnered with a pastor just like he partnered. We got an abandoned house just like he got an abandoned house. We established a nonprofit to put the 10,000 Fearless under just like he did. So we followed what Minister Farrakhan told us to do. And we became successful. We became so successful that they put the newspaper article of our success on the front page of the local newspaper, Sunday edition, and it was widely circulated. So much so that on a Monday, the police chief called us and asked us what could he do to help us. Can we donate you all some cars? Because there's nobody doing what you all are doing other than the police and you all. And we developed a relationship with the local police.
Wow.
Following what Minister Farrakhan told us to do, Brother Tony.
Yes, sir.
So that experience out there is what led us to Avondale, the minister saying Avondale, the elected official saying, I want you all to have that property of mine, and we got it at zero sale because we did what the minister told us to do. So now the Conflict Resolution Center set up.
Yes, sir.
We started establishing, blood ruled that property out there on the south side. We immediately made friends with those brothers. Immediately. And they were some of the ones that helped us. We opened a restaurant, Eat to Live.
Yeah.
We practically had that whole block. We opened up a bookstore, Respect for Life bookstore. You know, we started giving out produce. We became Chattanooga's largest provider of free produce in the Black community, distributing over 1 million pounds of produce every year in 4 different locations.
Wow.
So that is what qualified us for these 5 acres by following that example. That's how we got this property.
The formula works, Brother Kevin. We just have to go out and put in the work.
And go out there and do what the minister told us to do. Be obedient to him.
Obedient.
Praise be to Allah. We do have a question from the audience in regards to what you're saying right now, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Brother Salim here asks, are the women in the street also?
Absolutely. 10,000 Fearless, men and women. We have sisters who are part of the 10,000 Fearless Community Haven. We have women who are part of that. And absolutely, because we have to have our sisters out there as well. The women have to see that this is not a male chauvinistic thing. This is not a sexism thing. Because our sisters need to see that example, because most of the people we come into contact with when we knock on those doors, it is single women behind those doors.
Come on.
So it is important that they see that they are a part of this, because they are the first teacher of our children.
That's true.
So absolutely, they are part of this.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah. Brother Kevin, my question is this: in a city that historically overlooked Bushtown, what does it mean to reclaim that legacy through ownership, leadership, and strategy?
It is absolutely huge. Let me tell you, when Dr. King was trying to find his first church to pastor, it was in Chattanooga where he came. And they turned him away. And that's how he ended up in Montgomery. Why did they turn him away? You remember Dr. King in 1963 saying, "Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee"?
Yes, sir.
That's in Chattanooga. He said that because it was Lookout Mountain that stopped the Black people from allowing him to become the preacher here in this city.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So now, Bushtown, here we are in Bushtown as a ministry of the Nation of Islam. We have become the hub. We have become the center of everything Black in this city. Everything Black here in this city, Community Haven, Nation of Islam, Brother Kevin Muhammad and the believers are at the forefront of it.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah. Nice.
Oh yeah, so nice, so beautiful. Thank Allah. And so, you know, seeing and being a part of, you know, the work and really all the believers that have come, that have gone, you know, what, you know, we always say it takes a village, but who's actually building a village anymore, Brother Kevin?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what the minister has told us to do.
Yeah.
Don't think for the few, think for the whole. So we are thinking for the whole. Let me show you how important this was, Brother Tony, Brother Mark, that we followed the example of Minister Sharif and we called it the Community Haven and not, quote unquote, Nation of Islam. Because when we opened up this nonprofit, this property became available. We were able to get it under the nonprofit of Community Haven. Well, you know, when COVID happened, you talked about the no vaccine campaign and everything that took place.
Yes,
we were
sir.
able to get this property right before COVID happened. The Biden administration put monies out into America through what's called ARPA, American Relief Fund, that they started. American Relief Program is what they called it. Well, he put $30 million into Chattanooga. 30 million of that came into Chattanooga. And because of our outreach in the community, we applied. And because of our history of being able to solve conflict, of us already patrolling the neighborhood, already doing it, they gave us a $1 million grant through the city of Chattanooga to the Community Haven. So through that $1 million grant, we were able to go the way the minister told us to go in Bushtown, door by door, block by block, house by house, street by street.
Yes, sir.
We were able in the first year, under this program, we reduced crime in Bushtown by 12%. Year one.
Wow.
Year one. We helped to reestablish the Bushtown Neighborhood Association because they were defunct. We helped to get their 501c3 back. We actually became the vice chairman of the neighborhood association.
Wow.
The neighborhood association meets at the Community Haven. It is the hub of everything they do. And we were able to sign a contract with the Bushtown administration where we give them a $1,000 stipend every month so that they can do programs in this neighborhood.
Wow.
We adopted the middle school right up the street from us. We collaborated with and are partners with the Juvenile Detention Center, which is 2 blocks away from us. Judge Filliard and his staff actually come here. We met with them when they have young men who fall into trouble and have to do community service. They send them here to the Community Haven, and we help mentor them to get them back on the right track. We work with the police department. We have monthly meetings with the police department right here. They bring their whole staff here in this area, and we meet and we talk about how we make this a decent and safe place to live because policing is not the answer. And they agree with us. So we built multi-purpose building here. We built a multi-purpose building. And in that multi-purpose building, we have workshops, we have seminars, we've had weddings, we've had fashion shows, we've had concerts. And every summer, and we're getting ready to gear up for it now, this is our 3rd summer, we've sent 100 young people through our career development class where they learn how to write resumes, they have mock interviews, They do all types of conflict resolutions.
Right.
At the end of it, we give a certificate to those who complete it, and we give every single one of those young people $300 to open up their bank account to start them off.
Look at
Wow.
that.
Wow.
Then from that, we have interviews. We've opened up on our campus what's called Bouncy Park, where we partner with people who have opened Bouncy Park. It is the only and largest outdoor inflatable bounce park in Tennessee, where we have over 25 bounce houses. We have water slides up to 25 feet high. We have a water park. We have birthday parties at it. And we have these young people who are in our career development to sign up if they want a job. So we take the 10. We take 10 every summer. We employ them through our bounce park. At the end of the summer, they will have put over $2,000 in their pocket from working here on a summer job. We've sent at least 25 of them through that in the last 2 years, getting ready to hire another crew for another session of our summer. We go out in the community. We take at least 3 bounce houses in the communities, into the housing developments, into rec centers. We have cookouts. We let them slide. We do all of this for free. And they all just come out and have a blast. Once a week, every Thursday, we do it in a different neighborhood, giving back to our community.
God, man. Awesome.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't even see how bounce houses could make a difference, but it makes a world of a difference, especially when you don't have anything like that in your community to begin with.
Yeah.
We just had one last week where over 230 people came out.
Come on.
Wow.
Over 230 people came out. And we partnered with 423 Chain Breakers and other people, and they had a health fair. Health department people were there. Health screening was there.
Come on.
Bounce houses were there. We provide the security. We have gone from 1 patrol car to 9 patrol cars.
Wow.
We have 2 buses.
Wow.
We have a public works department truck that goes out helping pick trash up in the neighborhood. This is the hub for Juneteenth celebrations, flag football. We have annual concerts here. As a matter of fact, there's a concert activity taking place next Saturday where one of the local churches is celebrating their 25th anniversary of giving back to the community, and they're having it right here at the Community Haven.
It sounds like it's the hub of the Black community, period.
Absolutely. 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 All of this, Brother Tony, Brother Mark, because we did one simple thing. We were obedient to one thing.
Come on.
And that was to go back in our communities and make them decent and safe places to live.
And
we followed the example of our regional minister.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh,
He's made friends for us everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The city renewed after the million ran out in 24, they re-upped us for another $750,000. Now they're in the process of putting us in their budget on a permanent basis.
Praise be.
Praise be to Allah. That's what I'm talking about.
God Almighty.
Praise be to Allah. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Chattanooga. I'm so excited.
That's the Chris. That's something to shout about, right?
It is, exactly. Chattanooga. Yes.
These are rewards that we get.
Yeah.
When we follow a divine man that's in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
And we learn how to do it and not be concerned about a label that we're putting on it. You know, I learned from Minister Ava, Sister Ava, may Allah forever be pleased with her, Sister Felicia. She told me once, she said, Brother Kevin, we don't have to put the star and crescent on everything. Everything we open, we don't have to call it star and crescent final call. We don't have to do that, brother. We don't have to do that. She said at one of the separation meetings, she said that the people may not come to the mosque in droves, but the people are going to come to the nation in droves. She said they may not accept Islam religion, but they're going to accept Islam as a way of life.
Yeah.
Practice.
Wow.
In practice. So we don't allow anyone to come on our campus. We have a search area where everybody that comes on our campus, they're checked, they're wanded in. There's no drinking on our property. There's no alcohol, there's no smoking, there's no profanity, there's no vulgar music. Because this is a decent
bringing the culture of Islam, my brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're in the culture of Islam. And all the, they don't even ask. When we first got the property, they used to come here wanting to have a concert, a blues concert, bring the ribs, do the drinking, all this and that. No, not here. You can go anywhere else and do that. We have to set a clean glass up.
Yeah.
For our people to be able to drink out of.
Clean glass.
And this is a clean glass. That if you want to have some clean, babies can come, grandmamas can come and enjoy a peaceful atmosphere out here.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
maybe that was the long way around. I don't know. I forget what the question was.
Oh, you answered it. You answered it. That's for
I guess
sure.
I did somewhere in there.
Yeah, you did. That's the village. Yes. You
So,
are
Brother
building
Tony,
the village.
Yeah.
Brother Tony,
Yes.
we
Yes, sir.
have. I forgot to mention we have patrol bikes where we also patrol on bicycle. Let me show you a few things that we've done and Allah has blessed us to accomplish while bringing conflict resolution to the streets. We have gone into an area where sister has actually drawn a gun on another sister. And we were able to de-escalate it. Come on, sister. You shouldn't come on. That's not the way to go here now. We had to put our hand on the gun, to secure it. And you kill her, now her family's without someone. Now you're going to have to go to jail the rest of your life. Can we resolve this another way? She put the gun down. We've had a lot of domestic altercations, fights and stuff that we've had to break up. One of the largest fights broke out up in Bayberry, which is a housing development. We heard it from down here. It's not an area that we actually patrol, but we do courtesies now because of this. And we heard about 100 gunshots fired one night. And we took off up there. Hey, that sounds like up there. We went. Police were there. Fortunately, nobody had gotten hit. But while the police were there doing what they do, a fight broke out right up the street from it. Sisters fighting. Police didn't even see it. We took off. As they saw us coming, we heard them saying, "Here come the Muslims." Because they know we Muslims still. You can't come on.
Right.
They know we the Muslims.
Right.
we just put a buffer there so that political people can do what they do.
Right.
Right. Can't direct, but it is what it is. Here come the Muslims. And somebody shouted, "Gun, gun." They stopped fighting when they saw us coming. Now the police come, they late to the scene. Now when the police come, we were able to already calm that altercation down. They were actually going to let everybody just go home, but some of the sisters kept pushing it too far. And they did have to take some of them in, but nobody lost their life. And the only reason they had to take somebody in is because they pushed too far. But listen to this, Brother Tony, Brother Mark. While we were there, not one police officer cursed anybody. Not one police officer roughed anybody up. Because the minister told us that we have to stand between the police and our community.
Yes, sir.
And we were able to do that. And we have that type of relationship to where when the police, when there's an altercation in the streets, they allow us to handle it first.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And they were told by their police chief to don't get in their way.
A relationship has been formed, Brother Kevin, and there's been consistency in that relationship, and those are keys. The work is consistent.
Absolutely.
Now, you mentioned working with middle school. I work at a middle school, also work at a private school.
Yes.
And those years of middle school where the identity of these children is formulating, there's a lot of violence, a lot of issues taking place among the youth. And I hear a lot of trauma
Absolutely.
when they're speaking and when their parents are talking with us. A lot of trauma, Brother Kevin.
Absolutely.
How does, in light of that, how does trauma disguise itself as culture?
Wow.
And what does the community haven do to break that illusion?
Boy, trauma and anger management. We have partnered with a brother who has a program called Urban Initiative. He has a master's degree in mentorship. His wife is a certified teacher. They head up our summer program here.
Look at that.
They head it up here. And we also have partnered with a young lady who heads up our what we call Girls Academy, because she has a program called So You Think You Can Date. Weird. When I heard what's this program So You Think You Can Date? Well, she was raped as a young girl. So in her program, she challenges young girls to say, so you think you're ready to date? Here's what you're going to be faced with. And she mentors them. And we actually finance that program of hers. And 2 weeks into June, our summer camp begins, where we have a camp for young boys, middle school, and the young man, Jamel, who heads it up for us, he also works with the college campus, and he's got college students who are also into social work, who are also in these fields, mental illness, that come here to spearhead that camp. The beautiful thing about it is all I have to do is provide the infrastructure. All I have to do is provide the financing of it. And all I have to do is let these young men work out and do what they do best. Because they understand what they're dealing with, because they've been there and done that. And their whole ministry is in line with what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has instructed us to do. Although they're not quote unquote registered Muslims, they've accepted these things as a way of life. So they speak the language of these young people.
Yes.
They know that trauma when they see it through little things of them acting out, trying to get some attention, and they know he hadn't eaten today.
Right. Come on.
We need to feed this young man.
Come on.
They notice he's been wearing the same clothes. He don't have any more clothes. So what we did is that we had fundraisers to help them to get uniforms. See? So now in providing a need, they open up to us. Right?
Yes, sir.
Same thing with the young girls. We have women who head that part of it up. When the women come in, the middle school girls, it's all women that are counseling them, that are part of that program. The men are not in that. Brother. Does that sound familiar? See? So those are some things we're doing that we've taken from FOI and MTT classes.
Right.
And we've learned to do it in a way to where we're getting access to our people that would never come here through the normal meetings that we may have. We're reaching them a different way.
Awesome.
getting the same results. So yes, that's how we do some of that, Brother Tony, through partnering with other people who have access to the children, and then bringing them into this environment.
Well, the thought that comes to mind is, if the mountain will not come to Muhammad, Muhammad will go to the mountain.
Absolutely. And that's how they learn about Islam. That's how they learn about the Muslims. When they come here, oh man, y'all cool.
Right.
We didn't know y'all was like this.
You're breaking all the stereotypes that they have.
Right.
Built up here.
We didn't know. We didn't even know y'all had. We didn't know y'all women was. We thought y'all was just had your eyeballs popping out. You know, we're seriously.
Yeah.
So we're able to break a lot of that down. We didn't know y'all like to have fun.
No.
We thought all y'all did was sell newspapers.
Y'all were robots.
Yeah.
Islamic robots.
Yeah. So we're able to break that down, Brother Tony, and deal with the trauma, because they're so used. We had a young man that the judge had us, assigned over here for us to come and mentor him. Well, when we would go pick him up, the house was always dark. They had, like blackout curtains everywhere. And when his mom, the first day his mom dropped him off, he didn't want to come. You could tell he didn't want to come. He had that look. First thing I did was I ran to him and hugged him. Come here, young brother. And the mama said, he don't want to come. I said, oh, you go on and pull out. He'll be all right.
Yeah, you're getting him out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, what's your name, man? Oh, man, you know what? I don't understand you don't want to be here. Guess what? I don't want to be here either. But I got bills at home to pay. I got a wife at home. I got children at home. So I got to come to work every day. And he started laughing and smiling. Come to find out, his brother had been killed. When we got deeper into it, he had so much trust issues that we find out the reason he had trust issues because the first person he called to tell that his brother had been killed was his brother's best friend. Come to find out, it was his brother's best friend that killed him.
Oh my God.
That's why he got the blackout all everywhere in the house. His mama developed an alcohol problem. He got trust issues. By the time that young man had finished his 40 hours, man, he was asking us to come get him so he could just hang out. Because he felt love.
Right.
He told me one day, he called me one day, he said, but Kevin, you told me if I needed anything, you would do it. I said, what is it, young man? He said, I just need you to go get me a 20-piece buffalo wing and some fries. And get me a big drink too. Well, I told him I'd do anything.
You didn't have to walk.
But Tony, I went to get it for him. And I called him, I said, come on out. He wasn't even at home. He wasn't even at home when I brought it to him. Sitting on the porch was his brother and sister. They had not eaten. He was calling me because he wanted me to take his brother and sister some food to eat.
Wow.
It wasn't even for him. It was for them.
Look at that.
Wow.
Imagine if I had not done that.
Right. Word is bond.
Imagine if my word had failed that young man. Because we're taught that our word has to be bond.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And when our word is not bond, brother Kevin, we're falling into the same scenario that we have been experiencing for 400 years. Inconsistency of life, our inability to make our word bond to one another because of that inconsistency.
Absolutely.
And then it falls into a way of life where we don't make our word bond to one another, and it causes all this distrust among one another.
All that distrust, man.
And what the magnificent work that you're doing in that community is building that trust once again through your mighty work, beloved.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise
be to Allah.
Yeah.
Dear brother Kevin, another question is, and you touched on this before, but I want you to bring it forward for us here. And this is, how can a thrift store, a bouncy house, and a bike patrol become revolutionary tools for healing a community?
You know, when Mr. Sharif told me to open up a food bank, that's the first thing he told me to do. I'm sitting here like, what in the world does a food bank have to do with the revolution?
Come on.
What they got to do with going to get our people? And I was slow doing it. So he had somebody call from Atlanta. He had them open up the food bank for me. And when we opened up the food bank, people started coming from everywhere. So fast that we had to open up 4 of them on every part of town. That was the door that opened for us to get into the people, was the food bank. Then I found out, Brother Mark, that Goodwill is a $1 billion industry.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Do you know why Goodwill is a $1 billion industry?
No, sir.
Because 2 things is what stresses and taxes every business. Number 1, personnel costs. Goodwill hires disabled people.
Yes, sir.
Pay them minimum wage.
Yes, sir.
Number 2, cost of goods sold, meaning inventory. Everything is given to Goodwill.
That's
they
right.
Pay for nothing.
Right.
So they have no cost of goods sold.
Right.
Everything they get, Brother Mark, is profit.
Right.
If they get a shirt and sell it for $1, they made $100. They made 100% profit. They sell it for $2, they made 200% profit. So it is a $1 billion industry. Is that my battery going low? It is. I thought it was plugged up. Okay, y'all hold up. I'm gonna hold that thought.
We'll give you a moment.
Computer up. Give me a minute. I thought it was plugged up.
Stand by. Stand by.
We're not going anywhere.
Right.
Please like, share, and follow. Please, this is valuable information.
Look, go to the URL, copy, paste, send it to your friends, family,
yes,
now.
Yes.
It's a phenomenal story and a beautiful example for all of us that are seeking to transform our communities.
Yes.
All right, I think I got it plugged up.
All right, now. We're ready to roll.
We don't want you to think. We want you to know.
Okay, so it's plugged up. Okay.
Okay.
So it's a $1 billion business.
Yes, sir.
So we said, hold up, wait a minute. Where Goodwill getting all those clothes from? And none of that money's finding its way back into the Black community. So I went on Facebook and I asked the people to bring them our clothes. Bring your clothes over here. Bring your furniture over here. And they started doing it. So much so that we had 2 40-foot containers full of clothes in the first year. Basement full of clothes. People were bringing couches over. I'm talking good stuff because I asked them, do not bring anything over here that you wouldn't wear yourself. You just don't wear it anymore. And clean it up before you bring it.
Right.
We don't want stuff that the couches that they're not usable. You just got a new one, so we'll come get the old one because we want to be able to give it to someone.
Yeah.
Right.
They can buy it for $5 or $10. If they can't afford it, we just want to be able to give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that became revolutionary, Brother Mark. And it became to teach our people that we can do a good deed and we can provide services to our people at a very inexpensive cost. So we opened a thrift store outdoors. Now we're in the process of renovating one of our buildings to put it indoors.
Yes, sir.
And it's not about making the money. It's about providing a need, because those $2 and $3 and those $4 can add up to where that can be program costs, so we can provide more jobs for our people.
Yeah.
It's also setting up standards.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
God standards.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
and continuing to build relationships. The relationship capital is definitely building that relationship capital.
When were you hungry?
And I fed you not. Right.
When were you naked and I clothed you not?
Yeah.
That's right.
When were you without shelter and we sheltered you not? Right next door to our property, the house became available. We leased that house. We call it our manhood training facility.
Mm.
Wow.
It's got 4 bedrooms in it.
Train them.
So we come across young brothers who just got out of prison, you know, homeless, whatever the situation may be. And we help them to get back on their feet through the manhood training facility. Can't drink in the house. You can't smoke. You got to go get a job. You got to keep it clean.
Yeah.
You can't have no women running in and out of it. And you can't have no men running in and out of it.
That part.
Yeah.
Those are some of the things we're doing.
Yeah. Wow.
Revolutionary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Changing the culture.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. Changing the culture, Brother Mark, Brother Tony. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're showing them mere belief counts for nothing unless it's carried into practice.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
We have to practice our faith.
Right. Right.
People don't want talk. People want action.
That's right.
Right.
Minister Farrakhan said love is a verb
Right.
that
Right.
denotes action.
And be backed up by action. Yes, sir.
Yeah. 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 So, Brother Kevin, as we start to reel it in, this part of it, this part of it, because we definitely got to have you back for another a continuation.
We got to do a part 2.
Yeah, definitely.
absolutely.
Have you noticed that that people really want to stop the violence, or there's just an addiction to the chaos that comes from being underserved?
Oh my
People
God.
want to stop it. People want to stop it.
Man.
Okay.
Really,
People want to stop it.
Dissatisfaction brings about a change.
Absolutely. People want to stop it.
Mm.
Our enemy, as the minister has told us, is so wickedly wise
Mm-hmm.
that the culture that they have genetically or socially engineered
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
through the music, through social media,
Mm-hmm.
the educational system, everything. As Paul said, even when they want to do good and stop it, the evil and wickedness is all around us.
Yeah.
When we go into the neighborhoods, they appreciate what we're doing.
Mm.
They thank us for what we're doing.
Yeah.
The young people love us for what we're doing. I wish, I didn't have an opportunity, but I should have showed you our promotion that we're getting ready to put out with the community patrol, where some of the things that we're actually doing out in the community. And we got people on video talking about how they appreciate what we do, how they love what we're doing. And we just got a whole collage of different videos of us helping people, out in the community and how much they appreciate it. So we're just trying to set an example.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing. We're trying to set that example. Because
You're not trying, you're doing it. You are doing it.
That's
You are
right.
setting an
Praise be
example.
to
You're
Allah.
not trying, praise be to Allah. You
Succeeding.
all are doing it.
So yes, Brother Mark, our people want to drink of that clean glass.
Mm.
There's just so many dirty glasses out here, man. So many dirty ones.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Brother Kevin, in our final question for tonight, for those who may be outside of your community and also within the community, what do we risk by continuing to wait on outside systems to save our communities they have never built?
We are in the time of separation, Brother Tony.
Yes, sir.
And by now, our people should recognize the integration was a hypocritical trick designed to deceive us, to make us think our 400-year enemy has all of a sudden become our friend. And people don't realize that there is no difference between the red or the blue. And I'm not talking about the Crips and the Bloods. I'm talking the Democrats and the Republicans. One is overt and one is out in your face with it. We have to separate. And when we talk separate, we're not talking going back to Africa. If you want to go, as the minister said, you can. But right here in this community haven, we are separate.
Right.
From everything else that's going on around us. Our whole atmosphere is separate. We've got to get up and do something for ourselves. The school system has failed us. The government has failed us. Everything in America has failed us. And President Trump is pushing it to where we don't have no choice but to get up and do something for ourselves.
That's right.
Because Pharaoh has let us go.
That's right. All these
He's let us
programs
go.
getting cut, it forces us now to look inwardly and do for self.
So that's what it's doing, Brother Mark, Brother Tony.
Yes, sir.
It's forcing us to look. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that there are those out there, are white people, that will help you
That's right.
Yep.
when they see you helping yourself.
That's right.
Yep.
They will help you, and I bear witness to it,
Yes, sir.
that they help us because they see us helping ourselves. We didn't ask for permission to do what we're doing from them. We got permission from God when his servant told us what to do. So when we went out and asked the community to help us to buy our first patrol car, they helped us. They donated the money. The black community helped us to buy our first patrol car. Then when they saw we had done it, they said, hey, we want to help you. A black woman gave us this property right here. And now when white people saw us helping ourselves, they say, here's $1 million so we can help you help yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we were doing it anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
I told them I'm so broke now, I don't even got lint in my pocket. So they helped us. They helped us. So yes, Brother Mark, this is the moment that we've come to of separation.
Yeah.
Where we've got to do for ourselves.
We have
I hope I answered you.
Yes, sir.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Magnificent.
Sister
Yes.
Felicia,
Praise be to Allah.
do we
Yes.
have the website, the contact information? If anybody is tuning in that would like to
It is.
support, you can go to
That's
that
it.
website right there with Community Haven. Go online, make a contribution, find out how you can support Community Haven, as it's making a tremendous difference. It's really changing the whole culture
Absolutely.
of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yeah. And I know we typically have our knowledge corner, so I do have a little contribution towards
You got a little something tonight.
All right, come on with
towards that.
Go ahead,
Felicia.
So, you know, we have the knowledge corner, and I know Kalila is very proud of her knowledge corner. So we definitely want to continue to honor
That's right.
the knowledge
We're
corner.
going to continue that knowledge.
Sister Kalila.
We're gonna continue.
Special
that
shout out to
knowledge
Sister
corner.
Kalila who could be watching right now.
Right,
or a little bit later.
And so as we talk about the knowledge corner, I want to build upon, you know, Community Haven and look and present it from this perspective as well. So a Community Haven is not a shelter, it's a launching pad. And I submit to us that it is not where people go to be rescued, although we are providing them with capacity to save their own life, right? And so with that being the case, because it's not a place where they go to be rescued, we actually come to them to help rescue them, right? It's truly a place where people go and come to remember their power.
Very good.
Okay.
Very
Where they
good.
go to remember their power. So a community haven is what happens when a neighborhood stops waiting for permission to heal, build, protect, and thrive. It's where trauma meets strategy, where conflict becomes community training, where broken systems are replaced with homegrown solutions. And this community haven is a blueprint for survival turned into an infrastructure for success. So that is our knowledge corner tonight. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Brother Kevin and the
Thank
team,
you for having me.
It's such a beautiful,
you know, for Community Haven and everything that you are doing and being the example of following instructions, following the guidance. Thank you.
Praise be to Allah.
All
Absolutely.
praises due to Allah.
Well,
So,
yes,
what's
ma'am.
next, Brother Tony? You know what they got
Well,
to do. We know what they got to do.
Everyone tuning in, you know what you need to do. Yeah. Beloved family, we we do this from the kindness and love of our hearts, following the instructions. Speaking about that, Brother Kevin, following the instructions of our student minister Patrick Muhammad, who had the idea in mind of saving lives in a very critical time. We're still in a pandemic. We're still dealing with the pandemic of not just when it comes down to viruses, but the pandemic of Black inferiority in the midst of white supremacy. We're still dealing with a whole lot of depression. We're still dealing with a lot of ailments that our people are experiencing, and they are in need of a healing. And we as the 7th Region Coalition, we're dedicated to healing our people on multiple levels, financially, economically, spiritually, morally. And so whatever we could donate here tonight, we thank you. We thank you for your donations. No denomination is too small. It could be a few dollars. No denomination is too big. If you donate a good couple $100,000, we're going to put those couple $100,000 to use. And we're going to continue broadcasting and continue to building and developing this platform known as the 7th Region Coalition to Help Save Lives. We thank you for whatever you're able to donate tonight. May Allah, God, continue to bless you all and your families.
Yes. All right. So, Brother Tony, and Brother Kevin, do you have any closing remarks?
Please, if you have any closing
We
remarks.
know you have a podcast that you're going to be
Thank
launching.
you.
So,
Yes, we're getting ready to launch our podcast called Let's Talk Truth.
Mm.
Yes, Let's Talk Truth. And I'm just honored and thank you all so much for allowing me to be on your platform.
It was a high
Yeah.
honor just having you on and speak about all the great work that you and the believers and those who are involved in your initiative in Chattanooga, the awesome work that you're doing. It's just a high honor to be in your presence, sir.
Praise be to Allah. And thank you all so much. And we look forward to doing it again.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Praise be to Allah.
All right, Brother Tony. So what are we?
Wait, you want me to start throwing hand signs? This is Felicia. Now we ain't gonna throw no hand signs, but beloved family, we're gonna be away for a couple of weeks. However, you are gonna be experiencing some rebroadcasts in the next 2 weeks. You know, sometimes you need some time to go back and reorganize, refocus, and redevelop. And we're not stopping these programs dedicated towards saving lives, but you're gonna be finding us in just a couple of weeks. We're going to be coming back with some new initiatives. We're going to be coming back with some programs, with some familiar faces and with some faces that may not be too familiar to you. But we are always about the business, about saving lives. Tune in, and may Allah God continue to bless you all and your families. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
Wa alaikum salam.